This is part 2 of Taiwan's animal sanctuary. If you haven't watched part 1, I recommend that you do that first.
Alright, so a typical case would be we'd get a call or someone would refer us to a Facebook post about an emergency. We would go with the nets and the trap. It's a humane trap when they walk in to get some food and the door closes. We'd catch the animal. That might take a day or so, but we've got a pretty good record now. And then we take them to our vet. That's Yangming Veterinary Hospital in Tianmu. Just a fantastic vet for us. I mean, the amount he's donated over the years is millions in discounts, and does a great job of getting the dogs healthy again. Once they're healthy enough to leave the vet, they will come here. We make sure they're vaccinated and neutered before they come here. Some slip through and have to be done later. And then we work on trying to get them adopted. It needs to be a full-time job, and we're not doing that yet, but that's what's going to have to be done. But we make sure they've got a happy, healthy life while they're here, and then we're looking for a home that's better than what they're going to get here. So if somebody wants to have a dog and keep them in the garden, we think that's okay. But if they're going to keep them in a cage or in the balcony and never be home, then we think, no, that's not okay. They're going to get better here. So that's basically the process. We get a call with the rescue.
You said emergency. What constitutes emergency?
Good question, because people often call and say, is this the kind of case you do? For us, it's an animal that must go and see a vet right away or is going to suffer considerably or die. So that would be, you can probably see from a lot of the three-legged dogs around, we've done a lot of rescues on Yangming because the traps there. There's also traps all around here. Traps in Ulai, traps Beito, they're everywhere. But so a dog that's got its foot in a trap, that's an emergency, because if we can get that trap off soon, we can save the leg. Also, it's extremely painful. Another emergency would be a dog with severe skin disease. They're suffering badly, and all they need is good nutrition and treatment, and they can get better. But they're not going to get it on the street. They're going to keep getting rice, which feeds mites, because it's just sugar, and mites live off sugars. They're going to get worse and worse. So we have to intervene then. But skinny dogs, no. A skinny, confused dog that's looking very weak, yes. But we do it on a case-by-case basis, and it depends how much room we've got, and it depends on the actual case as we see it. But anything that we think is a real emergency, we go and get. We don't worry about the space, we'll worry about that afterwards. We don't worry about the funds. We never say no to an animal that desperately needs help. We'll worry about that afterwards.
Just like a little bit of background on the animals that you deal with.
All right, it's mostly dogs, because that's the biggest, most visible problem here in Taiwan. That's what we've always done. All my organizations have done dog rescue. So we've got about 110 rescued dogs here. But then pigs, we've also got 7 pigs, and that could grow quite easily because they are kind of a fashionable pet. And as much as people love them and take good care of them, they can get big and difficult, and they end up in dog pounds. So yeah, maybe 100 dogs, 7 are pigs. We've got 8 cats. They're in a room inside. It's nothing fantastic, and we're going to build a cat garden for them. So in the future we'll have about 30 cats, but again it'll be the difficult cats or the FIV cats. You get feral cats who've been caught in a trap, not likely to get adopted because they're just too crazy. Having said all that, we will still try, but anyway, just we're making space for those guys. We've got baby squirrels that we just got by chance a little while ago, 2 very small young boys that Vivian just took over. She's now our squirrel expert, and now we've got a name for it. So now we get calls for baby squirrels. It's quite possible we'll have a little squirrel sanctuary in the future. And there's a few rabbits, and rabbits in Taiwan are kept as easy pets, but they don't have a very good life. They tend to be kept in very small cages. We're going to have like a little rabbit colony here, all neutered, but a nice big garden for them. So, but the bulk of it is dogs, because that's just the biggest, most visible problem here, and they get into more trouble than cats do.
If you have an emergency or you would like to get involved to help out, check out my blog page to see how you can get in touch with Sean and this amazing foundation.
All right.
Very pretty.
Okay, go for it.
Very pretty.